साहू साहब नमस्कार।
नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार.
नमस्कार कलिता सर.
गुड टू सी यू।
तो कैमरा पीछे.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Madam, am I audible to you?
Yes, audible, sir. Shall we wait for more time, few more minutes to joining?
Few more
More
minutes,
students
ma'am.
will come.
Yes. More will come, ma'am. Just wait for a few minutes.
Okay.
Video
recording.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sangeeta, are we good to commence? Are we good to go? Sangeeta,
Yes, sir.
am I audible to you? Yeah, are we
Yes,
good
sir.
to go?
Good evening कलिता जी.
Good evening, Mr. Saab. How are you? Namaskar.
Good. नमस्कार सर. कैसे हैं संगीता मैडम? कैसे हो आप? How are you?
I'm
We are
good,
not
sir.
good.
Should we start?
If we got any confirmation from Sikkim University, if somebody will confirm that if we good to go, then we can start without much delay.
Madam, many students have joined and still they are joining. If you find it okay, you can start right now, or else you can wait for a minute. 1 minute, please.
Fine, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
1 minute is fine. Then we can commence in a one or 2 minutes. Okay, Sangeeta?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Not an
Okay.
पांचों रीजन में कर दिया सर. आज 2 रीजन कर.
Sangeeta madam, you can start. Students will keep joining because they are dispersed group, so they will be joining. And so you can start the meeting with more than 30 students are here. You can start the meeting.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone, and namaskar. It is my immense pleasure to extend my warm and heartfelt welcome to all our distinguished dignitaries, respected speakers, esteemed faculty members, students, professionals, entrepreneurs, representatives from different government departments of Sikkim, and participants who have joined us from across the beautiful state of Sikkim and beyond. On behalf of the Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, Shillong, under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, it is my privilege to welcome our distinguished guest and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Dean, Studies of various departments, faculty members of Sikkim University, Honorable Principal Director, MSME, Department of Commerce and Industries, Government of Sikkim, Honorable Joint Director from Regional Directorate Office, Northeastern Region, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, respected members from our three PIs, that is the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, our lead co-host, and the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, our support co-host, representatives from academic and educational institutions across Sikkim, officials from various government departments of Sikkim, expert SODs from IICA, representatives from industry, entrepreneurs, professionals, students, and all the participants who have joined us today virtually. It is a pleasure to welcome you all to today's webinar on Corporate Mitra Scheme for the state of Sikkim in Northeastern Region Outreach Program, an awareness initiative aimed at introducing the Corporate Mitra Scheme in Sikkim. Today's program reflects our shared commitment towards empowering youth, promoting entrepreneurship, and building a stronger ecosystem for business growth and economic development in the state of Sikkim as well as Northeastern region. Without further delay, let us commence with the proceedings of today's program. To formally welcome all our distinguished guests and participants, it is my privilege to invite Sri Devarun Kalitaji, Officer on Special Duty, IICS Shillong, to deliver the welcome address and set the context of today's program. Sir, the virtual platform is now yours. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Sangeeta. Distinguished participants and respected Vice Chancellor, Sikkim University, Principal Director for MSME, Commerce and Industries Department, Government of Sikkim, Sri Ravi Kumar Saab, other senior officials from the Government of Sikkim, heads of all the premier academic establishments from across Sikkim, senior officials from my own Ministry of Corporate Affairs, members of the faculty of Sikkim University, council members from ICMAI, the Institute of Company Secretaries, Institute of Chartered Accountants, my colleagues from IISc Shillong, students and learners of Sikkim University and other institutions, as well as entrepreneurs, MSMEs from Sikkim, and the entire online audience from across Sikkim who are joined. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to you all. It is indeed my privilege to be delivering the welcome address and the opportunity to set the context for the program. I'll start right away. As you all may be aware, the Corporate Mitra scheme was announced in the recent Union Budget, it is 26-27, with the aim to empower MSMEs, primarily from those in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, by supporting and facilitating them so that they can play their part in the larger vision of a Viksit Bharat that we all are aspiring to by 2047. Scheme is essentially a step towards the vision of a Viksit Bharat by way of catalyzing entrepreneurship, facilitating ease of doing business, spurring employment, and building a resilient and vibrant MSME sector that contributes to sustainable economic growth. The scheme basically envisages, in a way, to have a robust entrepreneurial and thriving MSME sector, and by way of creating a support ecosystem for the MSMEs by facilitating access of the MSMEs to a cadre of professionals who are qualified, accredited, and trusted, whom we'll be calling, or rather will be known as, the corporate Mitras. Mitras, as in the sense, the bandhus, the friends of the corporate, the friends of the entrepreneurs, the friends of the enterprises, the friends of the MSMEs, the friends of the businesses. Also, in setting the overall context for the corporate Mitra initiative, I must add and share that the scheme's development and conceptualization context and framework was the Northeast region itself. The scheme having been drawn up in realization of the region's unique challenges of enterprise scale up, saturation, the burden of compliance, both in terms of cost as well as time, and the dearth of adequate local compliance and statutory service professionals. So the scheme now has been rolled out in terms of registration and is aimed at two segments primarily. One is the youth and students, and the second, the most important one, is the entrepreneurs on enterprises. With the eventual vision of both these core pillars of the Indian growth engine coming together in realizing the vision of a Viksit Bharat by 2047. And how it envisages, well, the youth and the students, once equipped with this repertoire of skill set, they are going to be put in with post becoming accredited corporate mitras, that is business facilities, will help and support the local MSMEs for those aspects of operation which are otherwise non-core to their business function, like regulatory compliance, secretarial requirements, records maintenance, routine filings, accounting, taxation, and so on and so forth. The MSMEs in return will offer these local youth and students, the trained corporate mitras, with an avenue for employment or for supplementing their income. So these way, these two core pillars of the Indian society, functioning in an economically symbiotic relationship, contribute and play their respective parts in realizing the dream of a Viksit Bharat, a Bharat at the helm of the world stage, a Bharat which leads the global affairs. Uh, in this entire context setting, I must quote the Honorable Prime Minister, who has envisioned the Northeast as the new engine of India's growth and termed the region as the Astalakshmi. And the central government, in alignment of that vision, had attached priority focus for the Northeast region, with the aim to further accelerate the region's socio-economic development through its policies, mandates, actions, and initiatives. The corporate Mitra being one. And in driving the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister and in alignment of the special focus of the Government of India for the NER, as well as in recognizing the region's tremendous entrepreneurial potential, the successful implementation of the corporate Mitra scheme in the Northeast and its uptake by eligible youth and students and learners, particularly from Sikkim, is even more important. Towards that, the Government of India, through this scheme, has accorded the focus by way of reserving 200 seats exclusively for the Northeast region, with 50% fee concession being available for the NR candidates in the pilot batch of 3,000. And Sikkim being host to the Golden Mountain Kanchenjunga, we fervently and I personally expect the youth and students of Sikkim to take up the corporate Mitra scheme to the summit of the Kanchenjunga in terms of its uptake and eventual success. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all of you, particularly the students, and look forward to a successful webinar. Thank you. Jai Hind and Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir. for your warm welcome remarks, for setting the perfect context for today's program. We now move to the next segment of our program, followed by a special address from our distinguished guest. We are equally privileged to have with us a distinguished academician representing our esteemed partner institution, that is Sikkim University. May I now request Dr. Pradeep Kumar Das, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, Sikkim University, to deliver his special address. Sir, kindly address to the gathering. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. So it's indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all. And even it's very, very encouraging to see us or to represent Sikkim University and helping to realize the dream of Viksit Bharat. And I extend my heartfelt greetings to our distinguished guests, respected officials, esteemed partners, and most importantly, the participants who have taken the time to be here today. The Northeast region is of immense potential, rich cultural heritage, and entrepreneurial spirit. And Sikkim in particular has always been a shining example of sustainable development. And the best, you can say, example can be the only organic state in India, fully organic state in India. So innovation and community-driven growth has become an integral part of the state. As business continues to evolve in an increasingly competitive and digital world, collaboration between industry, government, and local enterprises become more important than ever. And I want to quote a statistics. By February of this year, 2026, there were 36,269 registered under Udyam Portal, UAP and URP. And the Corporate Mitra initiative is more than just a platform. And we realize that and we appreciate that. And it's an opportunity to build meaningful partnerships, exchange knowledge, and create pathways for sustainable economic development. So it encourages us to work together, identify opportunities, and support business in becoming more competitive, resilient, and future ready. So to all the participants present today, I encourage you to make the most of this program. And because of the hilly terrain, still we could able to manage students within a short notice. And students have shown immense interest in carrying the legacy of the Prime Minister initiative. So I encourage you to make the most of this program, engage actively in the discussions, ask questions, share your experiences, and connect with fellow participants. So every interaction has the potential to spark a new idea, build a valuable partnership, or open the door to new opportunities. So success in today's business environment is no longer achieved in isolation. We realize that, and that's why when given the opportunity, we welcome the initiative from IICA with both the hands, and it's built through collaboration, innovation, continuous learning, and willingness to adapt to change. Programs like this provide the right environment to strengthen these qualities. So I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to the organizers, resource persons, and everyone who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make the event possible. And your dedication and commitment are instrumental in creating a meaningful learning experience for all of us. So as we begin today's program, let's approach it with enthusiasm and open mind and a shared commitment to growth and excellence. So together we can contribute to a stronger business ecosystem and create lasting value for our organization. So our communities and the entire Northeast region. So I wish each one of you a productive, engaging, and rewarding session. And may today's discussion inspire new ideas, strengthen partnership, and pave the way for greater success in these days ahead. And I assure you on the behalf of Sikkim University as being nominated by the Vice Chancellor to speak on his behalf to this program, that we will be doing all possible and we will be taking all possible initiative to make the program a success. So thank you very much, and I wish you all a successful program. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable thoughts and for emphasizing the role of academia in preparing future professionals and entrepreneurs. Thank you very much once again. Now we move to the next segment of our program. It is my honor to invite Sri Harihara Sahu, ICLS, Joint Director in Regional Directorate Office, Northeastern Region, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, to deliver his special address. Sir, we are honored to have you with us today. Kindly address to the participants. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all the officials from the Government of Sikkim, respected professors and faculty members, dear students, all participants joining us today. Thank you for taking the time to be part of this webinar. Before I speak about the scheme, I would like to say a few words about the Sikkim. Sikkim is one of the most beautiful states in our country, known for its stunning natural landscape, rich culture, and growing tourism sector. At the same time, the state has consistently focused on the education, sustainability, and human development. Sikkim's beautiful landscape is one of its greatest strengths. At the same time, especially during the rainy season, traveling across the different parts of the state can be challenging. This is why digital platforms and online learning have become increasingly important in ensuring that opportunity reach students across the state, regardless of the location. I am therefore happy that we are able to connect with all of you today through this webinar. The Corporate Mitra scheme was announced in the Union Budget 2026-27 with the objective of strengthening MSME ecosystem while creating employment and professional opportunity for young graduates. The located in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities of Vikasit Bharat 2047. As many of us, MSME play an important role in our economy. They create jobs, encourage entrepreneurship, and contribute significantly to the local economic development. However, many small businesses often need support in areas such as accounting, compliance, taxation, financial management, and other regulatory requirements. The Corporate Mitra scheme seek to address this need by creating a pool of trained and accelerated para-professionals called Corporate Mitras. These professionals will assist MSME in managing important business functions, enabling entrepreneurs to focus on more on growing their business. At the same time, the scheme is designated to benefit young graduates. For students who are looking to build practical skills and improve their employability, this program offers a structured pathway. It combines online learning with practical exposure and aim to make participations industry ready. The program is being implemented with the support of three professional institutions: the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the Institute of Corporate Company Secretaries of India, and the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. I would especially like to highlight the benefits available for participants from the Northeast region. In the first phase, the scheme has an overall target of 2,000 participants across the country, including 200 participants from the Northeast region. These dedicated allocated demonstrate the importance being given to the participation from the Northeast. In addition, candidates from the Northeast region are eligible for a 50% fees concession, which will come with around 1,770 rupees, including GST. This is a significant benefit and an excellent opportunity for students and young graduates from the Sikkim who wish to gain additional skills and industry exposure at the reduced cost. I would particularly encourage students in their final year of graduation to start exploring such opportunity early. While registering for this year's batch are coming to be close, there will be a future opportunity as the initiative expands. Being aware of the program this in advance will help students prepare themselves better and apply at the earliest opportunity. The course itself includes self-paced online learning, and 6 month on-the-job training in professional firms. This combination of learning and hands-on experience can help participants build confidence and the skill development that are relevant to today's workplace. I would like to make three short requests to students. Please explore these opportunities seriously. The job market today values practical skills, adaptability, and professional exposure. Programs such as Corporate Mitra can help you prepare for future career opportunity. To professors and educational institutions, your guidance plays a crucial role in shaping the future of the youth. I request you to share inform all about this program with eligible students so that they can make informed decisions about their professional development. To the government officials and other stakeholders, your support in the awareness generation and outreach will help ensure that deserving students and graduates across the Sikkim are able to benefit from this initiative. For the North region, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs has been designed as the nodal agency for the coordination, outreach, and the stakeholders' engagement. We look forward to work closely with the institutions and the stakeholders across Sikkim to ensure wide participation in the program. Before I conclude, let me remind everyone that registration for the Corporate Mitra course opened from 15 July to 2026 and remain open until past 31st July 2026 today. I encourage all the eligible candidates to register and make the most of the special benefit for the students of Eastern region. I urge the young minds of the Sikkim to seize this opportunity. You can become part of a new generation of professionals supporting the growth of business and entrepreneurs across the country. I also invite the business community of the Sikkim to welcome and support this future corporate mitras as they bring new skills and perspectives to local enterprise. Let us work together to strengthen our local business, empower our youth, and ensure that Sikkims continue to contribute strongly to the vision of Vikasit Bharat 2047. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful address and for sharing all the minister's vision on the strengthening and the MSME ecosystem and creating opportunities through the corporate Mitra scheme. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my proud privilege to invite our keynote speaker for today's program. We are honored to have Sri M. Ravi Kumar, IFS, Principal Director, MSME, Department of Commerce and Industries, Government of Sikkim, with us. Sir has been instrumental in promoting entrepreneurship, MSME development, and industrial growth in the state of Sikkim. His leadership and extensive administrative experience continue to inspire initiatives that contribute significantly to Sikkim's economic development. May I now respectfully invite Sri M. Ravi Kumar, sir, to deliver the keynote address. The platform is yours, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for this opportunity. And all the officials and experts and all the participants here. Good afternoon, and I welcome you for this program. This is a really excellent initiative by Ministry and the Government of India, kind of boosting MSME ecosystem, as well as with the help of trained manpower professionals, corporate mitras. As we know that corporate mitras role will be very crucial for development of MSMEs. As I experienced practically in the field, MSMEs are need this kind of support. If you see, we can relate why these corporate mitras are required for boosting the MSME ecosystem. We normally tend to think that MSME means a small scale business holder or a kind of small business scale. It's not in that case. Now the government of India, they relaxed the criteria of MSMEs. In the business houses, doing business up to 500 crore, all comes under MSME ecosystem. So in that way, we can have so large number of companies. They are coming to the ambit of MSMEs. So they need this kind of help from the professionals. I experienced in the field when MSME is doing any work or any kind of manufacturing or service sector oriented business, they do themselves. So whether registering their MSME enterprises or capacity building of their units or manpower or even product development or service delivery, even their packaging, brand development, and development of their business, export, all this is done by MSME only, that particular entrepreneur. So they are not having any kind of helping hand to help them. So these people, what MSME do, they very busy in all these activities from starting to end. Because of this, what happens in the field, they are stick to small scale business. They are not able to take up the business into next level. They are not able to develop the business and scale up their business also on another critical issues. So this is the main reason they couldn't develop in business wise, product and service wise, as well as scaling up their business. These are all the constraints. So when our MSMEs have this kind of corporate mitras, they can take up their important aspects, like we already, some experts already highlighted. When MSMEs need to comply with a number of compliance issues, like maintaining accounts, the taxation part, the banking issues, then financial management, including financial decision as well as allocation of resources, then legal assistance, especially for the delayed payments and other legal issues. Then another important matter with the MSME is the management of their business enterprise, whether it is cost wise or expenditure wise or scaling up their business, then other regulatory compliances like getting NOC from the government units, government departments, then clearances from the concerned agencies. Then we need other compliance mechanisms like licensing, then hygiene certification, including ISO certification. In case of Sikkim, they need to take organic certification. So these are all long list of compliance mechanism they need to comply with. When MSME dealing with business, then the compliance, there are two different main aspects. So the MSME can purely look into their business development instead of this compliance when this corporate Mitra taking care of their compliance issues. So when this Mitra is helping the MSMEs to take care of their compliance issues and other mandatory compliances, then MSME can clearly focus on business development, diversifying the products, scaling up their business, then further business development. So these are all the key aspects for their business development, so that they can develop the business as well as they comply with all the mechanisms of a government department, otherwise accounts keeping and other business related compliances. That way, this corporate Mitra role becomes very crucial and very handy for the MSMEs. That way, we can understand how important and how this innovative initiative by Government of India, it's really very unique, because we experience in the field, the MSMEs are struggling with the development of their business as well as account keeping. I could see some MSMEs are very good in business development, but very poor in account keeping. Not only account keeping, including certification, other compliances, like ease of doing business, then other pollution related matters and legal matters, they are very much lacking. They cannot deal all these things by the entrepreneur itself. So they definitely need the help of corporate Mitras. That way, this is a very wonderful initiative by Government of India. with the skilled training as well as certificates by the reputed institutions. Then they are giving employment opportunities for their own self, as well as they are generating employment as a whole. Not only that, this is a very much important aspect is industry relevant knowledge. When we know that what are the issues of MSME, what is their actual demand, so accordingly we can give training to corporate Mitra so that they can address all these MSMEs issues. It will be very handy to MSMEs so that they can jointly grow, not only business, MSME business, the job development, as well as creation of separate service provider like MSME Mitras. It's like a joint development. It will like a holistic development for the state government as well as central government. Not only that, even I look after investment promotion in the state of Sikkim. We get so many investors. They come for investing in multiple projects. These business developers, they are not without any kind of, they don't have any support in the state, because officials we help them, but we cannot completely kind of help them throughout the day. We can help them about a single window system or say ease of doing business. We can explain them, but we cannot sit with them to help them completely. So in that context, this corporate Mitras can help them in registering their business, license, kind of taking license from the industry department, taking clearance from the line department, then license for kind of establishment of their business, then kind of helping them with identified manpower, skilled manpower, technical as well as non-skilled manpower, then their business strategy, then business development. So they are helping multiple way. So that way, it's like really it can grow into a big sector in future. It's a kind of good initiative by Government of India as well as this IICA. They can really help unemployed youth, and it will be very handy to especially the fresh students who are passing out from the colleges. Really, I request Sikkim University and other local institutions take very seriously. If any help is required, even the department, Commerce Industry Department, ready to help with IICA for onboarding the more number of students as well as more number of entrepreneurs to take the benefit of this corporate Mitra. My only request to IICA, since today is the last date, whether we can see a scope for extension of this date, so that we can onboard more number of kind of interested students as well as volunteers to onboard in this scheme. They can benefit out of this scheme. And another one main thing, this corporate Mitra, they need not to kind of employ fully for this MSME. They can play part-time role also. That way, they can increase their income as well as they can give service to the MSMEs. This is another unique character of this scheme. So this is my main request to IICA. Please look for extension of this date, as well as we are looking for some physical program in Sikkim. If you conduct a physical program, we can have much more benefit. Maybe we can have this program in Sikkim University and other education institute in Sikkim, so that we can try to take maximum benefit out of this scheme for our local entrepreneurs, local trained manpower. So with this, I thank IICA for this giving this opportunity, and all the experts as well as officials. Thank you so much.
Sangeeta, just a moment. Just to address Ravi Kumar Saab, your request and on behalf of the government of Sikkim is duly noted. It is being taken up already for extension. So we are hoping for the best. So in view of the interest and the second suggestion of having a physical lecture, that will be taken up shortly in right earnest and with in God's speed. Thank you, sir.
Much for considering this.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring keynote address and for sharing your valuable insights on strengthening entrepreneurship and MSME development in the region. Your words have truly motivated all of us to work collectively towards building a vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now moving to the next segment of expert address. Knowledge becomes meaningful when it is translated into action. And today's expert session will help us to understand precisely how the corporate Mitra scheme can create career opportunities for aspiring professionals. So it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Garima Dadris, Associate Professor, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, who heads the School of Business Environment and Center for Responsible Business Advisory and Center for Business and Human Rights at IICA. Madam, we are delighted to have you with us today. Kindly share your expert insight. Over to you, madam.
Thank you very much, Sangeeta ji, and thank you, everybody. It was indeed a pleasure listening each one of you highlighting this important initiative. Now, let me try to address that, today's program is much more than an awareness session. It is primarily a conversation about India's future, about entrepreneurship as a national mission, and particularly about empowering our youth to become catalyst of economic transformation. So we have a lot of students. So, friends, these are all, you must be thinking that these are all very good English words, but let us also understand from the core that our country is witnessing a profound economic transformation, and we are moving from compliance driven economy to a trust based, technology enabled and globally integrated economy. And in this entire changing environment, MSME, they are not peripheral actors. They are the central pillars of India's growth story. We have witnessed already a lot of initiatives in our union budget also, because they generate employment, they support economy, they promote innovation, and they significantly contribute to exports and the regional development. So, to acknowledge this critical reality, many small enterprises, they possess excellent products, they possess deep, strong knowledge, and they even have a entrepreneurship determination. But still they are struggling with the compliance, the regulatory compliance, the taxation, the accounting system, the documentation, the digital processes, as well as the governance requirements. Therefore, the challenge is not the absence of opportunity, it is primarily absence of accessible professional support. And exactly this is where corporate Mitra schemes becomes a very transformative institutional innovation, because it seeks to create a network of trained and accredited professionals who can support MSME in all these areas of statutory compliance and registration and filings and digital adoption and lot many things, right? So with that, thing in mind, now let me also highlight few global successful SME economies. They have been relying on strong support ecosystem. I have referred to the Germany's, Mittelstand, the South Korea's SME clusters, as well as Singapore's enterprise development model. And the one common feature that stands out is that small businesses thrive when they have access to trusted advisory networks, when they have an institutional hand holding. And corporate Mitra is exactly representing that effort to build a architecture at scale. And it is very much rooted in the local realities. It is very much accessible to emerging entrepreneurs. Now, with this, let me move to my core area a little bit and share some thoughts quickly. That a person, as someone, working in the area of responsible business, sustainability, ESG, or, governance, I would like to place this initiative in a very broader global context. See, we all know that across the world, businesses are increasingly being evaluated beyond profitability, which means they are evaluated on transparency, on accountability, on environmental responsibility, as well as their governance practices. And we all know the role of supply chain are becoming extremely demanding. There are FIs, financial institutions, that place greater emphasis on documentation and compliance. Then digital ecosystem are reshaping how businesses are interacting with market, how businesses are interacting with government and consumers, right? So, for example, even a small enterprise in Sikkim today may tomorrow become part of a national or a global value chain. So, building capabilities in all these things are not merely an admin requirement, it is an investment in the future competitiveness. So, in that entire sense, corporate mitras can become local ambassadors of responsible business conduct, because they can help enterprises adopt better practices, they can improve access to finance, they can strengthen market credibility, and they can prepare for a more formal and globally connected economic environment. So I would, at the conclusion, I would just like to leave you all with a specific thought that the real test of Viksit Bharat, will not be measured by large infra projects or macroeconomic indicators. Rather, it will be measured by whether a young entrepreneur in Gangtok, in Namchi, in Mangan, or any remote village of Sikkim has access to knowledge, has access to professional guidance, has institutional support, and has access, has confidence to grow sustainably or not. So with that thing, I would encourage all of you eligible participants to take advantage of this unique opportunity, register for this program, become part of a national movement that is combining professional excellence, public purpose, and national development. So let us work together to ensure that the enterprises of Sikkim and Northeast, become compliant, become competitive, sustainable, future ready, and actually contributing to the vision of Viksit Bharat at 2047. Thank you very much, and it's my pleasure to speak here with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your enriching presentation for providing comprehensive understanding and for the immense potential of the Corporate Mitra initiative. We now move to one of the most important technical session of today's webinar. It is my pleasure to invite CA Gyan Chandra Mishra, Chairman MSME and Startup Committee, Vice Chairman Corporate Mitra Committee, and Central Council member of the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, our lead co-host, to deliver a brief presentation on core competencies of the Corporate Mitra scheme. Sir, we are honored to invite you to address our participants and also request our technical support team to provide the required technical support during the time of technical session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sangeeta Barua, Academic Lead and Principal Researcher, Enterprise and MSME Ecosystem, IICA Shillong. Dr. Kalita from IICA Shillong. Special address given by Dr. Pradeep Kumar Das, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, Sikkim University. Special address by Sri Harihar Sahu, ICLS Joint Director, Regional Directorate, Northeast Region, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Keynote address by Sri M. Ravi Kumar, Principal Director, MSME, Commerce and Industry Department, Government of Sikkim. Expert address by Dr. Garima Dadij, Associate Professor, School of Business Environment, Center for Responsible Business Advisory, Center for Business and Human Rights at Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. All respected other dignitaries, entrepreneurs, students, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to one and all. It's truly my privilege that I am representing as Vice Chairman of Corporate Mitra Committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. And let me tell you, friends, the way we are getting the response for Corporate Mitra course, it's truly immense and we are privileged. Friends, we understand that in this budget, Union Budget 2026-27, the Honorable Finance Minister of the country came up with one very unique idea of Corporate Mitra for Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities of the country, which could handhold the MSMEs at large and the ecosystem could be developed in order to make the pace of the MSMEs and in order to make a sustainable growth of the Bharat. In this series, recently, this course has been duly designed and launched by Ministry of Corporate Affairs in association with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and of course the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. Duly supported by IIM Madras through Swayam Plus portal. So friends, today I am giving a brief introduction of the course through the PPTs. Initially, the ministry has decided that only 2,000 participants will be taken as in the first batch. However, the ministry increased it to 3,000 participants. Now, 3,000 participants in the first tranche can become the Corporate Mitra after having the due learning and training program. This is a 12-month course, which I will brief gradually. Now I'll request to the technical team to kindly start the PPT. So this is the overview of the PPT, what we are doing about the course, primary objectives, eligibility, program structure, fees and concessions, evaluation, certification, implementation, registration, and on-the-job training, governance and support. Next one, please. So, as we all understand that in so far in last 40-45 minutes, we people are discussing that MSMEs of the country are playing very important role in the growth of the country, and the economic structure of the country is dealt with the growth of the MSMEs. As of now, the MSMEs are contributing about 35% in the GDP of the country, and more than 45% of the export of the country is done by the MSMEs only. As far as employment is concerned, MSMEs are the most employment provider segment after the agriculture in the country. So if we see, the role of the MSMEs is truly very important, and when it comes to support and handhold the MSMEs, probably there was need of one special cadre which was duly defined by Honorable Finance Minister as para-professionals, which could handhold and support the MSMEs in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. How they will handhold? They will certainly take the training, take the digital learnings, and thereafter they shall provide the services of the accountancy, cost accounting, financial guidance, and secretarial services to the MSMEs ecosystem. This is beyond the metro, as I have already told, that this service is in category 2 and category 3 cities as well. Rather, I will say this service is going to be available to the local taluka tahsil level also. So if any student is registering in this course from the smaller and smallest one city, that is also most welcome. The ultimate vision of Honorable Finance Minister will certainly achieve through that. This is stronger ecosystem is going to create by having this para-professionals, because if we think that India becomes the Viksit and developed country by 2047, probably until unless the gap of the professionals who could truly contribute at the ground level is met out by the government. And by coming up with this course, I think government has tried to troubleshoot the unemployment along with hand-holding of the MSMEs. Next slide, please. What is the primary objective of the course? Through this course, a skilled talent pool will be there. A skilled talent pool denotes that the persons who are taking the training, they shall have proper guidance and support of the digital learning hub, and through that they will understand the accounting function, the compliance function, the GST, the cost accounting, the secretarial, the legal, the governance. So if one person is able to understand the basic requirement to run a business and handholding of the same, case becomes certainly very skilled. And that's how one skilled, broad, talented pool is expected to be created by having the corporate Mitras. The next one is of doing business, of course, when the para-professionals will be able to provide the services to the MSMEs and handhold them, the MSMEs will certainly be able to have very ease of doing the business. Employment, I have already stated that by having this certificate of the MSME, corporate Mitra, the MSME service provider will get proper employees, as well as the person who takes this very important course, he or she shall be eligible to go for freelancing also. You can open your office, you can collect some of the clients, and you can serve from your home, from your office, from any of the destination. Now the world is on your laptop only. In the time of AI and technology, you can work from anywhere. So employment is another very important underlining element which is going to be created by this corporate Mitra course. Trusted advisory, as this is being launched by Ministry of Corporate Affairs, one of the very important ministry of the country, looking after the growth of the companies and of course the finances. So you will be the trusted advisor of the ecosystem of the MSME. Next slide, please. Slide number 3 is very important. We'll request all the attendees to kindly see it very carefully. There are 3 eligibility criteria only, and very simple. On the date of the application, please underline, on the date of the application, the person should not be more than 30 years of age. That means, suppose today on 31st of July, someone wants to register. As soon as he will enter in the to the site and he will put the form, if he is even one day beyond 30 years, 30 years one day, he is not eligible to submit the form. Number 2, person must be Indian national, and number 3, he should be graduate from any recognized university or a final year graduation student. If you are already graduate, you must have certificate. And if you are in the final year, please listen carefully that if you are graduate, then you have certificate, you are duly eligible to register yourself. But the final year student of the graduation, they are also eligible to get themselves registered. After completion of the graduation, they have to submit the certified certificate before the regulators. Next slide, please. So this is the program structure. The program is in 2 parts. One is academic course. So how the academic course will do? This is total digital learning. You have to learn from anywhere, from wherever you like. You can learn from there. You will have simple login, and from that you can log in with your password, and you will be eligible to view the videos, duly recorded videos. And these videos are recorded by very much experts of the segment. So you will have to go for 6 months academic learning through the digital learning hub being given by IIM Madras, Swayam Plus portal, And the phase 2 would be 6 months on the job training. On the job training, how you will get? On the job training, there will be certain chartered accountant, company secretary, cost accountant firms. Those firms will be registered on the site. You have to select one of the firms convenient to you, and you have to undergo 6 months on the job practical training. So these are in two phases. Again I'm telling, the 12 months program is divided in two parts: 6 months academic course and 6 months on the job training. So this is 12 months program. Academic course you can learn from anywhere. This is total digital learning. You have to simply log in and you will get the videos and lectures of the topics, and after completion of the same you will go for 6 months on the job training program. This will be practical training program. You will learn how the practical accounting is done, how the practical cost account are being made, what are the secretarial services someone needs, how MSMEs are registered, how compliances of GST and income tax are done. In those later part of the 6 months, you will be able to learn all these activities through on-the-job training program. Next, please. This is the academic course content. Accounting module is the first module. Understanding business transactions, basic accounting terms, bookkeeping, elements of financial statements, and introduction to the formats of financial statements, preparation of the financial statements, uses of MS Excel for the purpose of accounting, overview of accounting software such as Tally solutions. So these are modules which are already final fixed, and on these modules, the experts have already recorded their videos, and those are available now after your registration and successful scrutiny of the final candidates, that you will be able to log in and take the benefit of the videos. So this is the first module of the academic course content, like the accounting module. The next one. Next slide, please. This is with respect to the taxation module, introduction to the income tax law, overview of heads of income, computation of total income, advanced tax deduction at source and tax collection at source, e-filing of TDS, TCS forms and quarterly statements, overview of return of income, self-assessment tax and e-filing of income tax returns, overview of fundamental concepts of GST, registration of MSMEs under GST, overview of tax invoice, credit and debit notes, e-way bill, payment of tax, overview of return of MSMEs under GST, taxation, relaxations, schemes for MSMEs, broad overview of the custom law. So these are the again course content for taxation module, and it will consist of income tax also, GST also, custom law also, MSME also, and all these videos you have to listen. Thereafter you will practically use when you will go on the job training program. Next module, next slide please. This is the banking module, banking basics for MSMEs, types of loans and funding options, NPA, civil and banking compliance, banking and insurance laws and operations. See, for the candidates' information, all these modules are totally oriented for the MSMEs. So you need not worry that such heavy words, if I am listening today, whether I will be able to make it or not. You will be certainly able to make it. These are very simple and very workable, videos have been made so that you will be able to understand all these ecosystem, what type of funding and loan options are available to the MSMEs, and what is the importance of NPA, civil, banking compliance, all those things. So while going through the academic course content, you need not worry that whether you will be able to understand it or not. You will be certainly able to understand. This has been very much oriented to the knowledge of the graduates only. Next slide, please. Now, financial management module, objective and functions of financial management, this sources of finance, ratio analysis, working capital management. Again, these are related to the academic course content only, financial management, what necessary information you need to understand for the purpose of the structure of the MSMEs. Those have been duly incorporated over here. Next slide, please. Legal and secretarial module. Again, the MSME formation, MSME registration, setting up MSMEs, government scheme 1, government scheme 2, venture capital funding for MSMEs, MSMEs compliances, SMEs as companies, strengthening MSMEs, SME listing, compliance for listed MSMEs, and delayed payment solutions. So see, these are related to the legal and secretarial framework. So separate, videos are available for it. And again, even after registration and after finalization of the candidate, these programs will be available for your study through the digital hub. Next, please. Cost and management accounting, introduction to cost and management accounting, cost ascertainment, elements of cost, material, employee cost, direct labor overheads, methods of costing, job, batch, contract, process, operating, project. So these are the syllabus that we have included after due discussion with the best of the industry experts, with the suggestions of the academicians, with the suggestion of the senior MSME experts, and of course, with the suggestion of all the 3 professional institutes who are taking away this course for the interest of the students. Next one, please. Cost and management account, again, marginal costing, standard costing, budget and budgetary control, introduction to cost audit. So these are again, these are the syllabus part only, which you will have to study for the purpose of completion of the 6 months, your academic part. Next one, please. Now, again, this is very interesting. Course is very much affordable. The cost of the course is rupees 3,000 plus GST. And it has relaxation for 4 category of the persons and relaxation of 50% of the fees. The first category is women candidate from anywhere of the country. Anywhere of the country who is women candidate, she can apply. She will get 50% of the discount on the fees. Second one, Northeast region. You people have joined us from Sikkim, one of the very finest and very lovely state. Very beautiful state. You are also eligible for 50% of the fees concession. So you need to pay 1,500 rupees plus GST. Any person who is not from Northeast, he has to pay the 3,000 rupees. I mean, other than these 4 categories. The third category, which is eligible for fees concession, is Himalayan region. J&K, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh. They are also eligible for the 50% fees concession. And Union territories, this Andaman and Nicobar, Iceland and Lakshadweep. So again, please do see the slide that all the students of Northeast region are eligible for 50% of the concession on their fees. And any women candidate, any Himalayan region, J&K, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and any of the union territories, these are the 4 types of exemption that needs to be checked while availing the concession of the fees. Next slide, please. How candidates are evaluated. Now, this is again very interesting slide. Please see it very carefully. While 6 months of your digital learning, you will be evaluated for every of the module. Just I have given you the modules for the accounting, financial management, cost accounting, secretarial, all those, cost accounting, all those. So after completion of each module, you will have one assessment test and 10% weightage of the assessment test you will get. 50% you will get from the final assessment and 40% weightage would be on the job training. So total 100% consisting of 10% for the module assessment, 50% for the final assessment, and 40% on the job training assessment. and someone needs to at least get 50%, overall 50%. Suppose someone is getting 5 marks in module assessment, 30 marks on the job training, and 10 marks in final assessment. He is not passed. Overall, 50% you need to get, and individually 10%, 40%, and 50%. This would be the weightage, how the candidates would be evaluated. Next slide, please. Now, the corporate Mitra certificate. After successful completion of your training, on the job training, you will get corporate Mitra certificate. And this certificate will make you a successful professional to extend your services to get employment in the MSME segment. And this will be provided in after having the final assessment, when you will get 50% of the marks for the entire course structure. Again, this academic modules are available in Hindi also and English also. So this is bilingual, Hindi and English, not any other regional language. I'm underlining Hindi and English. So you need to understand English or Hindi, then you will be able to, understand the digital lectures, which you will take for 6 months, and of course thereafter the on-the-job training program. Next, please. Services offered by a certified corporate Mitras. These are the services. These are the one of the list. Other than this, after your experience, certainly you will have any right to extend your services as per your caliber and your knowledge. Regulatory compliance, business registration and corporation support, accounting and bookkeeping assistance, taxation support, GST and income tax, cost and management accounting, financial management support, legal and secretarial services. So these are the services which we have enlisted that the corporate Mitras shall be eligible to provide. However, again, I am reiterating that all this depends on your personal caliber, on your thought, on your knowledge, on your expertise, that what best you can develop yourself after having this very important training program, and what else service you can provide to the MSMEs. Next slide, please. So implementation mechanism, this is delivered by IICS Ceylon, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and of course I have already told you that we are the knowledge partners along with the ministry, and SWAM Plus portal, they are our digital partner. They are giving us the complete support how the entire videos to be recorded, and how the entire registration process, all those, everything is being monitored by SWAM Plus portal. Next, please. Registration and selection journey. Very simple. You have to go to the site of MCA or site of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Company Secretaries of India, Cost Accountants of India, and our SWAM Plus portal. And you have to simply register. Their registration link has already been given over there. You have to click on the link and you have to upload the documents and pay the prescribed fees. Learning, as I have already told you, that 150 hours of academic learning, 144 hours of your this digital learning, and 6 hours of physical learning. And then you have to choose for the on-the-job training. You have to choose the convenient one where you can truly reach and take the training for 6 months. So very simple journey. You have to discover. You can discover through MCA, ICI, ICSI, ICMAI. You can discover through SWAM Plus portal, and thereafter you can register. then learn. आपको the learning in total digital learning, no time foundation. From wherever you wish, you can join, and thereafter you will go for on-the-job training. And after successful assessment, you will get the corporate Mitra certificate. Next, please. On-the-job training with member firms. I have already told, I am again reiterating that the candidate has to undergo 6 months of the on-the-job training program, where he will take the training. He will take the training to the nearest member who is practicing to his area, or he can select anywhere. We don't have any such foundation that if any person is from Sikkim, he can't take the training in, Guwahati, or he can't take training in Delhi. There's no such restriction. So you need to select a member. How the member will be selected? Members pool will be finalized by MCA, and that pool will be available on the website. On website, you can select any person and you can undergo further training. Assured stipend. All the 3 institutes, they give stipend to their article clerks, and that stipend shall be equally provided to the corporate Mitras. So during the on-the-job training program, for 6 months, you will get the stipend duly decided by the regulations of the institutes. Best Practice Award, please recognize and reward top performing candidates and firms engaging corporate Mitra. This is part of the governance that shall be given to the firms and corporate Mitras. Next, please. Now, this is administrative framework and monitoring framework. We have a steering committee. The steering committee consists of high-level committee constituted by MCA, IS along relevant ministries, and 3 PIs. Coordination committee, again, this is related to the all the 3 PIs are related part of this is a coordination committee, and they coordinate each other and they give the best of the operational facilitation to the steering committee, and the state level coordination committee has also been made. Next, please. Next slide, please. Communication awareness and grievances. As of now, awareness we are spreading by having mails, WhatsApp, and the program we people are conducting like webinars. Self-help resources are also available on FAQs are there, user manuals are there, instructional videos and information materials are available on MCA, Swayam Plus, and PI's portal. Grievance redressal cell, we are as of now taking any of the grievance on our mail ID, and if any person has any of the grievance, they can write to us. Operational guidelines is duly decided, and for furtherance of the same, we shall be discussing with the team. Next slide, please. As everybody has told that the country is heading and inching toward the Viksit Bharat, and I hope that this cadre is going to give the most challenging and most advantageous position in coming time to contribute in the economic growth of the country through the MSME ecosystem. Next, please. Next slide, please.
Sir, sir, presentation is.
Okay. So now I'll request that if any student has any query, you may please ask your queries. Sangeeta, you can please check
Yes,
that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your presentation. And we have some queries. Let me read out one by one. The first question is, can a beneficiary of another scheme also enroll for the corporate Mitra scheme?
There is no such restriction, madam. There is no such restriction. If any person, only 3 conditions needed. The person should be less than 30 years of age. The person should be Indian national. And the third, he should be graduate or final year of graduation.
Another question. Are there provisions for travel or subsistence stipend during the OJT phase for candidates sailing from the remote or hilly terrains where daily commuting to corporate hubs is unfeasible? Is there any fee?
Yeah, I'm giving the reply. See, on the job training, the candidates shall be eligible for the stipend as prescribed by the three institutes. Every institute has their own stipend pattern. So the candidates shall be eligible for that stipend only. No travel, no DA, no housing, nothing shall be provided. Now the student candidate need to see where he wants to take the training. The only thing that has been discussed and finalized that we shall provide the stipend as per norms of the institute.
Next question is there any fee for the training or is it fully sponsored?
The student need not pay any fees for the training, rather we are paying back to the student as stipend.
Are the 144 plus hours of online academic learning optimized for the regions with fluctuating internet connectivity like parts of Sikkim and will offline or hybrid study materials be provided?
No, this is total digital learning. If there is internet problem, the person can try some other time because there is such a restriction that in one go you have to study for 6 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours. If you want to listen for 10 minutes in a day, you can listen 10 minutes today. If you want to listen 10 hours tomorrow, you can listen 10 hours tomorrow. But there is no flexibility of the hybrid learning, no physical learning, only and only digital learning of 144 hours. Then 6 hours would be the physical orientation of the student.
Another question, will there be an alumni or mentorship network specifically for Sikkim corporate Mitras to help them launch independent para-professional practice locally?
There, see, all these things are just informal things. If the students create some informal group, they make some alumni, that is them for them only. The ministry has not recommended anything with respect to the alumni, with reference to the signing of the financial documents. These are the para professionals. Again, I'm reiterating, they don't have any right to sign any piece of finance, certify any piece of financial statements. They had to handhold the MSMEs. And with regard to the having any informal groups they can create, they can have their own society group, whatever they like. But nothing has been mentioned or directed by MCA to us.
Next question, is it similar to the CSC cell personnel who assist in filing?
Can you please repeat it?
Is it similar to the CSC cell personnel who assist in filings?
I don't understand. I am not getting this question. Actually, what this scheme is, I am not aware. Dr. Kalita is there. If he can answer because there could be some local program, because we don't have any central program like this. So, and moreover, this is very unique program.
Yeah, Mr. Saab, CSC, I'm not very sure what it is, but if I'll take a guess that the query is being asked about it. I mean, what I'm aware is that there's this under Digital India initiative. If it is that way, there are this Common Services Center. So if the query is regarding that and its similarity to this initiative in terms of yes. So CSC is an initiative under the Digital India program of the Government of India, run by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So inherently, the CSTs differ from our scheme in the sense that our scheme targets the G2B segment, whereas CSC is for the G2C segment. It's government to citizen services. Like, I mean, these
Okay.
cells are attached to district level, state level, talukas, and all that, wherein people are there who assist citizens in their basic, I mean, what you call land requirement filing, telemetry, something like that. If at all the queries for that only. Whereas ours is basically for MSME is the G2B segment. So I think to an extent I have addressed it, but I would urge
Thank you.
the committee also to take a note of it so that we can elaborate on it in the FAQs later, maybe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, Kalita, sir, I think that there is no, I mean, restriction that if someone has done any course, he can also take up the course if he is eligible. So, for the information of the candidate who has raised this query, that if someone has taken any of the initiative, benefit, or he is beneficiary of any of the initiatives of the government, and still wants to go for Corporate Mitra, I don't find any restriction in it. He can do it.
Yes, yes. I'll add to that also. I mean, you're very right, Mr. Shah, very right. There are certain schemes, both at the state level and central level, which implements a bar. So far as this particular scheme is concerned of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, this scheme does not bar anyone who is availing other scheme to take up this scheme. If there is some bar from the other schemes of any ministry or any state government, then that is up to that scheme. So
Yes, sir.
I'll just adding on to what you have said. Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next question, madam.
Thank you, sir. Next question. What is the last date to apply for this course? Will the job training be paid with some stipend or not?
So, as already I have stated that the second part I am replying first, that on the job training, the candidate will get the stipend. Candidate will be paid. Again, I am reiterating, candidate has nothing to pay to the firms where he is going to take the training. For the part first, I think today is the last date.
Yeah.
Today is the last date.
Today is
Up to 11:59 in the night, you can register yourself as a candidate for this course.
Yeah.
Any other question?
Next question is what is the minimum guarantee per month stipend during the job attachment phase?
See, in the on the job training, you will get the stipend. Thereafter, no minimum guarantee. It's complete open competition market. That if you want to have your own practice, set up your own practice, you have to connect to the client, you have to provide the services, charge your fees. If you want to go for the employment, certainly one thing I can say, that if the person does the course seriously, he will certainly earn a good livelihood and can excel as per his own experience, his own values, his own expertise, and of course, as per the ecosystem where he is.
Next question, how is the reserved quota of 200 seats for the Northeastern region distributed state-wise, specifically for Sikkim?
No, madam, actually, so far 200 has not been filled up. So state-wise has not been given. 200 seats are reserved for NER. I'll request the student to register themselves. Otherwise, that shall be used by some other people.
Yes. And next question, sir, can I have my job attachment anywhere in the country or will I have to complete it only within my state?
If any student is taking up the course, he is there are two things. First thing is that the student who is taking the training in North, suppose Sikkim. So the local laws, he will be more aware about Sikkim. But if he comes to Delhi for the job, certainly some of the education with respect to the GST, income tax, cost accounting, MSMEs, compliances, legal, he is aware. So anywhere a person can work. But if he wants to serve to their state, probably he will have more benefits because during the training program, he shall be having more exposure of the training of her state. So there is no restriction. If any person is taking training and education is in Sikkim, he wants to give service in Goa, he can go to Goa. There is no such restriction from government. Anyone will get only one certificate, that is corporate Mitra certificate.
Sir, if it is a central scheme, why is the government charging registration fees?
See, if truly speaking, this is, if we see the cost of the course would be very high, I'm telling you. This is the fees the government is charging just to see the seriousness of the candidate. 1500 fees is not fees. In 1500 fees, you are being taught for 6 months continuously, and thereafter you start getting this stipend also. So fees is just to see that the candidate who is registering, that candidate is truly serious to take up this job. Nothing much. This is very, very small amount.
Yeah. Given the enrollment on the SWAM Plus portal is structured on a first come, first served basis, how will regional priority for Northeastern region Sikkim candidate be safeguarded during high traffic registration windows?
As soon as the candidate will select Northeast region, state, he will automatically get the privilege. Need not worry. System is doing that.
Why is the EWS category students not allowed waivers of the registration fee like other schemes?
I think this is the bare minimum fees it was decided, because of course it has been decided looking, again I am reiterating the same thing, the seriousness of the candidate. 1500 is very small amount to register for any of the person. So that's how for Northeast region already some relaxation, I mean 50% fees relaxation has been given, and no other privilege for anyone, for EWS, SC, ST, anyone, all are at par, all will be given the same education. Only 4 kind of candidates that already I have stated, they will get 50% fees concession.
Yeah. How will the central public sector enterprises or banks operating in the Northeast for permanent recruitment value the joint certification by ICAI, ICSI, and ICOAI?
Madam, this is up to the organizations who are recruiting. We can't say that what would be the future with respect to the recruitment, what the organizations will ask. This is one para-professional course. If somebody does the course, learns it, I think he shall have enough work to do. And how the banks will recruit, how the PSUs will recruit, we can't decide today.
If a candidate misses the cohort registration deadline due to local communication shutdowns or delays, will there be a special extended windows for NER applicants?
No. Date is final today, 11:59 in the night. The 3000 registration will close. Thereafter, again, it will be decided by MCA which batch when to launch.
Will necessary compliances for industrial establishment like environmental audit, forest clearance, fire NOC, building permissions, etc. be also covered?
See, I think that so far it has not been covered, but of course, when he will go for the on-the-job training, all the chartered accountant firm, company secretary or cost accountant firms, they have such a structure that the candidate will come to know what are the necessary clearances they need to do, how the sustainability is done, what is the NOCs, all those things. I think those are very common things the student will come to know.
Okay. Next question, will training modules include localized regulatory awareness relevant to border trade, local cooperative societies, or regional MSME framework unique to the Himalayan and Northeastern context?
So I have already told that on-the-job training will guide you the local structure along with the central structure. So suppose someone is in Ladakh, Leh and Ladakh. So what kind of subsidy is provided over there? What kind of discount and concessions are there? So certainly when you are going to the practical training, you will get the local laws to learn, to understand, to implement.
Next question, what kind of MSMEs or enterprises will a corporate Mitra be attached to for the on-job training?
On-the-job training will not be done by the MSMEs. It would be done by the 3 PIs. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India through Chartered Accountant firms, likewise Company Secretary, Cost Accountant of India, their own firms, practicing firms. So you need to go, you need to select the right person, right firm where you want to go. So need not go to any MSME. After having the certificate of corporate Mitra, someone need to go to MSMEs.
Next question, I would like to humbly request you to kindly consider increasing the age limit. The current limit is 30 and I am 31 years old. The course is highly relevant to my work and would help me contribute more efficiently. I would be grateful if you could kindly consider making an exception in my case.
So, I think that it's not in our hand. We will certainly communicate to the ministry, but I don't find any reason that the age is going to be increased, because the age was fixed up after n number of deliberations that 30 years would be the age. But if someone has raised the query, we will certainly put. But as of now, I can't commit.
And I think it is the last question. Can a Delhi resident student enroll for courses and do training in Delhi? Is training available in Delhi?
After completion of the 6 months on the portal learning, the candidate can register himself or herself across the country at any place. Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Varanasi, wherever you like. But you need to complete 6 months, 144 hours digital learning and 6 hours of physical interaction and orientation program. Then it's up to you where you want to get the training.
And the second part of the same question is, please also try to confirm for the Bihar student candidates, can she do the training in Bihar?
Yes, of course. I've told again, I'm reiterating, this is one India, one training program for corporate Mitra. You can take training from anywhere in the country, wherever you like.
Sir, we in WhatsApp streaming also we have few questions. Let me read down very quickly. What is the weightage of each module in the final team assessment? Will the final exam will be the same as tough as CA or CMA exams?
No. This is not as tough as CA, CMA examination. This program is totally structured in order to create the professionals who could handhold the MSMEs. That's why the para-professionals have not been given any right to certify any credential documents. They are the professionals who will guide, mentor, handhold the MSMEs. And that too, in their daily working, routine working, any strategic decision making, probably the course is not that structured that you will guide the businessman to have any strategic decision making. But in the operational part, in routine, suppose GST return has been filed, there is some mistake, how to counter that, how the GST return to file, why income tax return to file, what is the costing of a product, what type of loan a person can take from the banks or financial institutions. In these things you will be involved. But if you think that you are going to involve yourself in the higher level of decision making, probably no such decision making you will be able to make, no financial certification you have any right. These are the para-professionals which are directly going to contribute to the MSMEs of the country.
Thank you, sir. There is no more questions left. Thank you for addressing all the queries of our participants. And thank you for your detailed and practical presentation. And thank you everyone for your thoughtful questions and active participations, especially the OSD sir also for addressing few questions. We hope today's discussion has addressed our queries and encouraged all our participants to explore the opportunities offered under the Corporate Mitra scheme. So as we approach to the conclusion of today's program, last but not the least, it is the time to express our gratitude to everyone who made this webinar a great success. So I now invite Ms. Neha Singh, IICS Shillong, Secretariat, to deliver the vote of thanks. Madam, over to you.
Thank you, Sangeeta Madam. Good evening, everyone. As we wrap up today's session of Corporate Mitra NER Awareness Campaign in Sikkim, it is my absolute privilege to extend the vote of thanks on behalf of the Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, Shillong Ministry of Corporate Affairs. First and foremost, we extend our sincere gratitude to the Secretary, Madam, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, for her visionary leadership and invaluable guidance in conceptualizing the Corporate Mitra initiative. We express our deep appreciation to Shri Gyaneshwar Kumar Singh, Sir, Director General IICA, for his strategic leadership in developing the concept of Corporate Mitra as well as driving this program across the northeastern region. Our sincere thanks also go to Joint Secretary Shri Rahul Jain Sir and the Directors, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, for their steadfast support in bringing this vision to life. Heartfelt thanks to Shri M. Ravi Kumar Sir, IFS, Principal Director, MSME, Commerce and Industries Department and Government of Sikkim, and the senior officials of the Commerce and Industries Department. Their continuous encouragement and support have been invaluable. We are deeply grateful to the Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, and Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, Sikkim University, along with the entire team at Sikkim University. Their incredible support and seamless coordination on such a short notice period made this event possible. Special thanks to Shri Harihar Sahu Sir, ICLS Joint Director, Office of the Regional Director, NER, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, for his guidance and support. We also express our sincere gratitude to Dr. Garima Dajic, ma'am, Head of the School of Business Environment Center for Responsible Business Advisory and Center for Business and Human Rights, IICA, for her insightful guidance and expert advice during the conceptual stage of the Corporate Mitra scheme. A very special thank you to our OSD Sir, IIC Shillong, who guided us through the meticulous planning of this webinar series and ensured today's event was a resounding success. Our sincere appreciation goes to Shri Gyan Chandra Mishra Sir, Vice Chairman of Corporate Mitra Committee from the ICAI, our lead co-host, for his insightful presentation on how the Corporate Mitra scheme empowers you to support local MSMEs, and for brilliantly handling the question answer session. Special thanks to Shri Ashish Bansali Sir, the Corporate Mitra Committee at ICAI, and their entire team for their warm support and seamless coordination throughout this effort. We express our heartiest gratitude to all premier central universities, state universities, academic establishments, and historic colleges across Sikkim for joining us today. Thank you to all the faculty members, senior officials, department heads, research scholars, and students across Sikkim. Your enthusiasm and active participation truly made this session interactive and meaningful. Finally, a big thank you to our hardworking technical organizing team, Ms. Sangeeta Barua, for anchoring today's event so graceful. Our technical team, Shri Abhijit Chakravarti Sir, Shri Hemant Dhariwal Ji, and Shri Ranjit Ji, for keeping everything running smoothly behind the scene. Thank you all once again. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Madam Neha,
Thank
for
you.
this precious vote of thanks. And with this, we come to the end of today's Corporate Mitra Scheme Awareness Webinar under Northeast Outreach Program in the state of Sikkim. On behalf of the Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, Shillong, I extend my sincere gratitude to all of our distinguished dignitaries, speakers, partner institutions, Sikkim University, representatives from various organizations, and every participants for joining us today. Your presence, valuable insight, and active participation have made this program truly meaningful. We hope today's session has inspired you to become the part of Corporate Mitra initiative and contribute towards strengthening India's MSME ecosystem. Thank you once again. Stay connected with IICA for much more capacity building initiative. Jai Hind. Namaskar.